What's good, everyone? We're back for the round 11 review. Not a happy Paragon this week. As you can see, we scored 2,252. That was 37,000th for the round. 24,317 for our score overall, and we nearly doubled our rank, back to 648th. After we made really good progress last week with a top 1% score, this happens. So, also, as you can see, won 0 of my 4 leagues. I think that's the first time this year. I think up to this point this year, I've only lost 1 league game, which I'll take you through a few of those. Should I just do it now? I guess I should. I just wanted to give some props. Lord of the Rings. That's actually a really cool name as well. Lord of the Rings. I think it's is that the pun of the movie, Lord of the Rings? It's a movie, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a movie. And SuperCoach also beat me. Yeah, just props to them. They're both very good at SuperCoach. And yeah, SuperCoach, it's like you're drinking a slushie. It's really good. So, yeah, going back to my team. Anyway, I've got to give credit where credit's due. But yeah, going back to my team. Now, yeah, as you can see, Flanders. Seriously. We knew Jordan Sweet was not going to play 5 days out, and he was sick. Why do we only learn that Flanders is going to not play an hour before this game? And that was the thing. I couldn't check. I was out. I couldn't check at this point in time that he wasn't going to play. If I could have, I would have. But I couldn't. And so I copped 0, and that just lost me 100 points, basically. Ruined my weekend. Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. What could we have done? It may seem like all we could have done is swap Lazaro back in, but, that's only 4 points. What we probably really would have done is we would have not traded, we would have kept Wilson in the team instead of trading him out last week, and we would have done some DPP with, Closey and Walsh, since he hadn't played yet, if I had the opportunity to actually see the teams. That's what I would have done to avoid a 0. So we would have covered it, but, yeah, just unfortunate. Look, going through the team, Ryan, 132, was very good. He impacts the contest quite well. A lot of people think that he gets cheap touches. Sure, some of them are cheap, without a doubt, but a lot of them are actually quite impactful. So, very good from him. Dacos in the same game, 130, that was good. Houston, oh my gosh. We just live and die by this guy, seriously. 148 the week before, and now 77. Seriously? I guess the good thing at least was a lot of people got buoyed by this game and traded him in. 4% of people. So that was good. Can't see what his stats were. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. That 176 against Carlton, yeah, whatever. He kicked the goal after the siren. Probably not going to do this week. Probably going to score another 80. Sheasel, okay, look, he's been playing well in the past 2 weeks. It looks like he's really got a hang of that midfield craft. So, yeah, I think he's a good player to keep from now on. Did that against the hard Port Adelaide midfield as well, so that was impressive. Martin, 97. I think he's got to go at his bye, to be honest. I think, when is his bye? It's the round 14 bye. We might trade him then, to be honest. But we'll see. Young, 105. It's okay. Look, he kicked that clutch goal. Otherwise, he probably would have scored 85, 90. So, got lucky there. Closey, 71. We might keep this week. Not exactly sure. Whatever, he's done okay. Sarong, 91, had the vice-captain on him, very disappointing. Butters, 113, yeah, whatever, should have scored more, you're only playing North Melbourne, I know he was getting tagged for a bit, but whatever. Bontempelli, 135, I really should be looking at this guy more for a captaincy option every single week, he's that good, even though he's playing forward in the last quarter. But yeah, he's just played really well. Merritt, 119, yeah, disappointing, why is he playing He's playing midfield. It's not like he's not. He is. He's always at the centre bounces. I think it looks like he's just more concerned with playing the defensive doing defensive kind of acts rather than offensively impacting the game. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like he's letting a lot more guys like Jai Caldwell and everything do those more attacking kicks rather than what he has done in the early part of the season and in previous years. So, whilst, he's going well defensively, for SuperCoach it's not that good because you mainly get your points off offense in SuperCoach. Walsh, 114, was okay. Look, the 3 guys that I was contemplating trading in last week was Dawson, Walsh, and Oliver. So I got the middle of those 2 with Walsh. Dawson would be okay, but look, buy in round 15. I could still trade him in, probably not going to, probably a bit expensive now. And he's got Hawthorn this week, and Hawthorn, I don't think Hawthorn's going to let him do what West Coast just let him do. Hawthorn, like Sam Mitchell, one of the best coaches in the league currently, probably the best coach in the league currently, he's not going to let him do what West Coast just let him do to them. So, yeah, I don't know what he's going to score this week, but I'd imagine probably nowhere close to what he did for this past weekend. Real 94. Look, like, at the end of the day, like, I can't even blame this guy. He tries his guts out every single week. Like, he just gets absolutely blanketed. Like, Cripps, Hewitt, there's nothing this guy can do. Like, he's trying his hardest. Who really needs to step up is Noah Anderson. This guy, like, he better only get paid half his salary this year, because he doesn't show up to half their games. So if we look at Noah Anderson, like, this guy, like, the inconsistency, 150, 50, 151, 90, 70, 150 basically, another 50. Like, he only shows up half the time. Like, he's got to actually step up and do something, you know? He's getting touches, okay, but, like, he's not impacting the contest like he should. And, therefore, what happens? The midfield just targets Real. The opposing team's midfield just targets Real. Because they don't need to do anything to Noah Anderson, because he's not impacting the game. So it's not even his fault. Like, I don't even blame him. Matt Real. I blame the other guys around him. Toot Miller, like, seriously, captain of the club for what? Like, he's not leading by example whatsoever. Matt Real's their future captain. I mean, he probably should be their already captain, the way that he leads on field. I don't know if he's like that vocally as well, but at least with his play on field, like, yeah, spiritual leader, I'm sure. Steele 101. Oh, look, he had a pretty good game when you look at it statistics-wise. Like, 33 touches, 10 marks. Like, that's pretty impressive. Only the 101, though. I don't think he had a ton of clangers. I think he maybe had 3 or 4. So, I'm honestly not sure why he only scored 101. But, yeah, look, I don't think he's a worst pick. I think we'll keep him. I think we will. West Coast and Gold Coast. Gold Coast are Marvel, so those aren't the toughest matchups in the world. Brisbane will be tough. Port Adelaide will be tough. Sydney will be tough. So, I guess you probably could flip it after maybe add his bye if you wanted to. But he's got some easy matches to finish off the year, though. So, we'll see. And then who else? Tom Green. Oh, my gosh. I honestly want to flip this guy this round. But it's just like who to. Like, who to, that's... Like, because the thing is, again, everyone's got their bye still to come. If this was in, like, round 15 and he had his bye, I probably would flip him. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll probably got to keep him just for that reason. Lazaro, what a wasted pick. He's gone down from his starting price for the year. He started the year at 180k. I mean, he did get up to 245. But, yeah, he's just been subbed a lot of times now. Some are not his fault, others are. So, yeah. Max Gawn, 180. Jeez, absolutely amazing. Yeah, for someone that was getting a fitness test through the game, just before the game, played absolutely insane. And Sweet 74, seems like he might get dropped this week. I'm not sure, but it seems like he might. And Vicentini did not play. Hopefully he gets another game. He deserves it. Heaney 94 is okay. Sorko, look, if you watch this game, you know, just a lot of unlucky things happen. A lot of unlucky free kicks. I think it's a 50-metre penalty in there and a few unlucky clangers, especially in that first quarter. So, yeah, if you watch the game, I'm sure you'd know. And top out 89. This was actually really surprising because if you look at it, I think he only had 14 touches. Yeah, he only had 14 touches and 6 tackles, and he scored 89. You know, compare that to this game where he scored 73, 14 touches, 15 tackles, and he scored 73. I think it was because I think he had one clanger, and he was going at like 93% efficiency. So, yeah, look, like at the end of the day, if you told me he'd get an 89 this week against Port Adelaide, I wouldn't be too disappointed. But at the end of the day, why am I happy that my premium scored 89? Like, seriously, why is this the point that we're at? So, look, he's got West Coast post-bye. That shouldn't be too difficult, but it is at Optus, so it might be. Because, yeah, West Coast play well at home. Collingwood, that's probably relatively difficult. Same as Melbourne. Dogs may be difficult as well. He's got a decent run to end the year, though. Will we keep him? I'm not sure, but we'll keep him this week at least. Darcy, I think we may keep him or we may trade this week. Either way, yeah, just mess me up. And Garcia, this guy's a forward premium. I'm going to keep him for like the next 5 weeks, I reckon. Like, he's getting CBAs, he's kicking goals. He's probably like a top 5 player for the Western Bulldogs on the weekend. Like, yeah, 18 touches. He was in the midfield in the fourth quarter, if you guys watched that game. Kicked 2 goals against Sydney, so like good opponent and everything. So, yeah, I'm looking at definitely keeping him for the foreseeable future. Probably through the buys. I think he's got the round 14 buy. Oh, I might trade him at his buy. I'm not sure, but... yeah, anyway, playing really well is Riley Garcia and Joe Richards. playing really well as well. Unfortunate that he was on the bench for me this week, but yeah, I ended up looping him with Garcia, and I chose Garcia's score because obviously he scored an 83. I was like, look, I'll just do that, and that was the complete wrong move. And yeah, I mean, if I had him on field, then I wouldn't have had to cop a donut from Sam Flanders. So yeah, look, that just happens sometimes. I think the lesson that I have probably learned from this is, if I'm doing a loop, probably do it later in the round rather than earlier. Because again, if someone pulls out like this, like it happened here, it can really stuff you over. Also, to be honest, I'm not sure what his stats in the VFL have been, but I feel like Hugo Garcia could potentially get a game. St Kilda, they look like they need some more pressure in their team, and he does bring that at the very least. So against West Coast, that could be pretty good to have him in here during the buys. So hopefully that happens, but we'll see. So what are we going to do this week? If we press the optimize button, I usually don't do that, but hopefully it works well for this week anyway. So yeah, this is what it's recommending basically. Where are my guys? Yeah, well, look, so the thing is, like, Garcia is not going to play. Graham's probably not going to play. I mean, Livingston's definitely not going to play, you would imagine. So how many are we looking at having this week? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I'll count Sweet, but I'm not sure, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 for Richards. I'm not going to count Garcia. But yeah, okay, so we're having potentially 19 guys, including Sweet. But look, what I'm thinking of doing is trading. Okay, so I've got a 2-week plan. A 2-week plan. So I've been scouring the forward line so much because, like, at the end of the day, I've got 2 forward line spots left. I've got my 4 premiums so far: Flanders, Heaney, Powell, and Zorko. So I need 2 more. One of those I want to be Isaac Rankin, but obviously he's injured right now. So it's not going to be him for the moment, at least. I probably want to see 1 game as well before I trade him in once he comes back, just to see how he's moving and everything. So we'll probably, yeah, that's probably still another 2-3 weeks away at least, I'd imagine. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have to end up going Zach Fisher, which I don't want to do. But, like, if we just look at it, there's no one here. And, like, really, look, we've had to pay up a lot of money, a lot of extra money for Zach Fisher than what we should have had to. So, like, he's the top scoring forward over the last 3 weeks, so we kind of have to do it. You know, I don't want to, but we kind of have to. There's no one else. There's just no one else. Yeah, wow. He's gone up another, what was he at? He's at 384k there, but yeah. Jeez, okay. We're having to pay up so much extra. But I think that's what we're going to do. So, and yeah, Sweet's probably gone next week. Hopefully he can get another game in. But look, even if he doesn't, he's probably going to go next week. And who's the ruckman that we're looking at trading in? Well, like, for the longest time, I've been thinking it's going to be Tim English. But Tim English has not been performing well the last few weeks. And I don't think I want him at all anymore. So, it's really out of these top 3 guys. It's either English, Marshall, or Grundy. Marshall, look, 2 160s before this week, but I just feel like he's a bit inconsistent for me. I feel like he might be playing a little bit sore as well, so I kind of want to steer clear of that. So the guy we're actually going to look at to get is Brodie Grundy. It also works out, even if Rowan Marshall ends up scoring like a bit more, say Marshall scores 110 for the rest of the year from this point on, and Grundy scores 105. Because we're only going to trade in Brodie Grundy after his bye, and Rowan Marshall will still have his bye to come, we get Grundy for an extra game. So that means even if, Grundy only scores 105, Marshall scores 110, we still get more points for the year if we go Grundy. So it makes logistical sense. So we're going to trade in Brodie Grundy next week. That's going to be for Jordan Sweet. And Sam Darcy is going to that's basically going to be Zach Fisher. And then we'll have 5 premiums in the forward line. That means we only need 1 premium left, who I think is going to be Isaac Rankin. But that's kind of TBC still. So, yeah, I mean, like, for after we do that next week, I think looping in the Garcia or Richards every week, I don't think is too bad, because again, they both seem like they're in pretty good form. I think Richards would keep his spot for the next few weeks with Elliott. I think being injured for quite a while longer. I think he's got like a vascular injury or something. And yeah, Garcia, the forward premium, getting CBAs and kicking goals, so yeah, playing a lot of midfield time. especially late in that game. So I'm happy to loop them too for the next few rounds, definitely. Yeah, once bye's finished. But I don't know, by the end of bye's we might have Isaac Rankin, I'm not sure. So, yeah, basically to facilitate that 2 upgrade next week, which we're going to do 2 up next week, we're going to need to get, 2 downgrades this week. So, or really, I mean, given we have 3 trades, we're probably going to do 1 trade this week and then 3 next week. So, over the course of the next 2 weeks, so this week and next week, we're going to have 4 people leave our team. Who are those 4 people going to be? It's going to be Will Graham, it's going to be Sam Closey, it's going to be Jordan Sweet, and it's going to be Sam Darcy. So those are the 4 people. Who's most likely? Because I was just calculating the money just before for this, and it's close. It's very tight. Like really, we might need to trade in a 1 or 2K rookie. Probably someone that's playing. Hopefully, someone gets picked up in the mid-season draft this week that's playing or something for this weekend, because we need someone. And I mean that has happened last year. I think it happened the year before maybe. I remember it happened with Ryan Gardner one year. But anyway, I think it's possible. So yeah, if we can get, it's probably going to be Darcy, because if we look at break evens, like Jordan Sweet's still going to go up in value if he plays. Hopefully he does, and it will make it a lot easier on the money kind of side of things if he does. But yeah, otherwise, Sam Closey might lose cash, but even if he does, it's probably not going to be a major amount because he's only got a break-even of 77 compared to Darcy's is 95. He could lose a lot, potentially. And he's got Collingwood, who aren't that easy of a matchup. So, I think we're going to have to go Darcy down. And look, I was looking at this before, but there's no one really to trade in. You know, if we go by break-even. This website's so laggy, they need to fix it up. But anyway, if we go by break-even, like we're not going to trade in Sam Day, obviously. It's really Will Dawson. And, I mean, he's got to buy this week. So, if no one else pops up, because we can't go any of these guys. Like, I would like a Joel Frazier, but, like, at the end of the day, he's too much cash. It's not going to work for me to do those two trade-ins next week. So, it's not going to work. So, it's going to need to be Will Dawson, basically. It's going to be someone that's, like, 123k or less, really. So, I think it's going to have to be Will Dawson this week, unless, again, someone else pops up, probably from the mid-season draft, or just someone else makes their debut this week that's cheap. Otherwise, it will be Dawson in this week, and hopefully we have 18 people still to play. And look, Will Dawson, his brother, Callum Dawson, who he's not actually related to, did play in the VFL this weekend, so he seems like he's back from injury. But yeah, because I think Will Dawson is playing defence, I believe. So I'm not sure if he holds a spot post-bye. So it makes that a little bit difficult. But I mean, we need someone to trade in and someone that's cheap. Maybe we just go Josh Shin. I don't think he's out for too much longer. Oh, round 17. Actually, that's a while. Okay, maybe it's just Toby McMullen then. To be honest with you, I mean, Darcy Jones is out for quite a while now. So maybe McMullen just fulfills that role. What did he score? He scored 65 on the weekend, did he? Oh, I did not realise he scored that much. And in only 50 minutes of game time. It might just be McMullen then, to be honest. It's probably one of those two. He was a starting sub, McMullen. So, yeah, we might just go him. But I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, they're both on the bye this week, so it makes things very difficult, but yeah, we just got to hope that someone else gets named. Otherwise, say for now we do McMullen. This is what it will be this week, and then next week our trades would be Graham out, Closey out, Sweet out. We're getting Grundy in, we're getting Fisher in, and we're getting some other rookie. A guy that I have been looking at is Christian Salem. But at the end of the day, when you look at his scores and everything, like 121 against St Kilda, they're the easiest team for defenders to score against. 99 against West Coast, like, that's actually not too bad a score, but because they got pretty much demolished in this game, Melbourne. But like, look, it's still West Coast, so it is what it is. I don't think I'm looking at getting him, really. I think I'm fine with him passing by. He's got a few tough matchups: Fremantle in the Northern Territory, Collingwood. I mean, North Melbourne's pretty easy, but like at the end of the day, I've already filled up my defenders and my midfielders, so I don't have anyone else to try to get there. So he'd just be on the bench, and I'd rather just someone on field. So yeah, look, I do think Hugo Garcia could certainly play this week. I mean, Riley Garcia will, if he's fit, obviously, which I'm sure he is. I didn't see any injury from him. So Yeah, I think Hugo Garcia is a decent chance to play. So if you kept him, could be rewarded, but I'm not sure. And look, Zach Reed, could he come back? Probably not, the way that Essendon are playing. And with Jordan Ridley coming back into the team, who, would you get Ridley? Probably not. Only played against Richmond there on the weekend. But another kind of, domino effect of Jordan Ridley coming back into the team. Nick Martin, do they really need him in defence now? You wouldn't think so, when they've got all those distributors. I mean, they've already had Redmond and McGrath. Now you add Ridley into that mix as well. Yeah, I think Martin's definitely one that you can trade at his buy, which I think I might. So, we'll see. Who do we get in for him? I think Wanganeen Malera is probably one that I'm looking at to get instead. He's in pretty good form when you look at it. So, yeah, we might get him. He's got the round 15 buy. Oh, that doesn't really work out then, does it? So, I'm not sure. We might just cop it still and still go him. Or if we just look at it quickly, I mean, anyone here that's really killing us, if we just go position by position, like 3-round average for defenders, that's Chad Warner's not. So yeah, okay, so 3-round average, so yeah, Zach Fisher up there again. I think we're going to have to get him in. Ed Richards, yeah, sad he got injured. He was playing very well, but I think Tom Liberatore is going to come back maybe this week or next week. Anyway, Carl Amon has been playing very well, it looks like. He has been, yeah. I don't know if I want to get him in, though. I think it's just a bit risky. I don't really think he's had a role change. I think he's just playing really well at the moment. Jordan Clark is one you can look to get in, but I think he's got that James Jordan tag probably coming up in a few weeks again, so I don't think I want to get him. McGovern has been playing well. I don't know. I think, honestly, Elliot Yeo, in maybe a few weeks, you could look to get him. So, potentially. He's going to drop in cash quite a bit now as well. Let's see what his break-even is. Yeah, 190. So he's going to get a lot down. You can probably pick him up at 500k, which we'll see how he's playing. But we might do that. Okay, anyone else? If you look at midfielders, any midfielders that are really killing us. I mean, Warner, not many people have Warner. He's playing really well, but he's also kicking goals to do it, so probably not that consistent. Jordan Dawson, yeah, look, like I said, he's killing me right now. Hawthorn shouldn't let that happen this week, and round 14 bye doesn't really help me too much. So we're going to let him slide for now, but he's playing super well. Treloar, yeah, look, I'm happy to let Treloar slide just because I think he's had a few really good games, which has certainly helped him a lot, like a few 150s. Yeah, 150, 140, 150. Yeah, he's had a few really good games, but they've also come against weaker teams, and that run's kind of over now. So with Collingwood, Brisbane, Fremantle to come. So even though they're at Marvel, I'm happy to let him slide. Davies Uniacke has started playing really well as well, but in a North Melbourne team that's getting pumped every week, I don't think I want him. Rucks we went through, I think I want Grundy for next week. Marshall's been in great form again, but I think he might be playing a little bit sore, so I'm happy to let him slide. I'm not happy, but I think I'm going to let him slide. And yeah, I think I want these two in my team. Fisher and Rankin. Rankin once he comes back. Travis Boak is also a very interesting one. Just got DPP status this week, so he's a forward now. But again, 3 weak teams. He's gotten pretty decent scores against, 2 90s and a 130. He's got a 90 against West Coast, who again are a weak team. And then he got injured in this game, but otherwise a 70 against Adelaide and 84 against St Kilda, 86 against Melbourne. Don't fill you with a heap of confidence. So I think, I'm willing to let him slide. Got Carlton and GWS and then Brisbane. Yeah, I'm fine with letting Travis Boak slide for now. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think the downgrade this week and then going up to next week, I think is a decent strategy to employ. And then, yeah, I think what I'm really trying to do is make sure I have a lot of trades for the back end of the season. Because, you pretty much need them every year. Even though we don't think we do, you really do. So I think I've already overtraded too much this season. I should already have 3 or 4 trades spare, which I've already used. So that's my bad. So, yeah, I shouldn't have traded Brody Grundy to start with, or at least Lloyd Meek. Shouldn't have traded him. I shouldn't have traded in Jeremy Sharp when I did. I traded him in when he was 250k. Should have done it the week before when he was 180 still, which I was thinking about, but I didn't. So, yeah, I mean, we traded Alex Sexton in like round 4, but I think that actually worked out because that week it was going to be either Harley Reid up into the point of Alex Sexton got dropped. So I'm happy that we traded Sexton instead of Reid, even though obviously Sexton's playing now. It was better earlier in the season because we needed Reid scoring those points for us. So, yeah, look, Sexton's a pretty good pick to have. And I think it would have worked if we traded him in last week, but it didn't work out cash-wise or anything. It was a bit too much. But, yeah, St Kilda, he's probably going to kill them because they leak a lot of points. Otherwise, though, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what he'll do? I'm not too sure. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. Captains this week, I think looking at it, we'll probably go Bont vice captain. It's either Bont or Dacos. I think we'll probably go Bont. Yeah, probably go Bont. And then captaincy wise, I think, yeah, we'll probably go Luke Ryan, I reckon. Just because I don't think I want to go Gawn against Darcy. I don't want to go Houston or Butters against Carlton. Well, if we go through these guys, Martin, no, bad role. Young, bit inconsistent, but he's a good player. Graham, probably not going to play. Sarong, against Melbourne, could be good, but I don't know. There's a hard midfield matchup, so I'd probably avoid. Butters, look, he plays well against every team, so he could be good this week. Who knows? Bontempelli, I think I do want to go with the VC on him. Merritt, against Gold Coast is a tough matchup, and it's at Gold Coast home ground, so probably not. Walsh, again, tough matchup against Port Adelaide, so probably not. Rao, yeah, against Essendon, who have been in good form. Rao could probably play well, but he's just getting tagged every week, so I'd probably avoid. Steele, against West Coast could be good, but they play well at home, so probably avoid. And hasn't been in the best form. Closey, yeah, again, against Essendon, even though he plays well up there, but probably not. Gawn, against Fremantle, yeah, like I said, Darcy. Sweet against Carlton. Look, if he's only got Conning, I think you could probably monster him, but probably not for a captaincy. Flanders, look, hopefully he comes back in this week. If he plays that half-back role, he could be okay, to be honest. But probably not for a captaincy, you'd think. But he's safe. I mean, he'll probably turn up again at least, so we'll see. Garcia, look, he's getting CBAs and he's kicking goals, so could we look to go him against Collingwood? You just think there's a bit too much risk attached, so we'll probably not do that. Garcia, if he comes in, he could lay a lot of tackles, but probably not for a captaincy. Richards, I mean, Western Bulldogs have some decent small defenders, so probably not for Richards. McMullen's got a bye, so probably wouldn't look to captain him unless it's for if we take out VC, and Livingston probably not going to play, so won't captain him. So we'll probably go Bont into Ryan this week. I think, yeah, I mean, Ryan's just taking a lot of kickouts at the moment, and Melbourne are obviously known for not having that good a connection between the midfield to their forward line, so potentially a lot of intercepts there up for grabs, which are obviously good for getting points. So I think that's what we're going to do this week. Go, yeah, Bontempelli into Ryan, just the one downgrade of Sam Darcy out. Would have liked him to score a bit more, but yeah, anyway, the state of the team actually isn't too bad. It's just that we had to cop that donut on the weekend from Flanders. If that didn't happen, we probably would have risen up in ranks and been around the 300 mark. I think I was looking at it before. I think we probably would be around the 300, 330 mark, something like that. So it was really just that killed us. We actually didn't do too badly otherwise. I think it would have been around about a top 10k score for the week if we didn't have the Flanders donut. So yeah, like top 5% for the week isn't too bad. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.